Hello and welcome to the unboxing of the Deep Purple Mark II Copenhagen 1972 release. Now, over the years, this has been released in many different formats. I had oh, probably VHS back in the 80s. I don't know if that was ever officially released or not. And this show was kind of special. I think there were 5 recordings of the show, of the tour in 1972. And this was the last show where Fireball was featured. Instead, you'll note Smoke on the Water isn't released as part of this show. And Fireball was there. So, the next week, Smoke on the Water was swapped in for that. But yes, so it says, Mark II lineup at its best, a legendary show recorded right before the release of Machine Head. Red Heavyweight 3 LP edition, 3,000 copies worldwide, limited and numbered. I wonder what my number is. Do I have a number? Okay, yes. 319 out of 3,000. So that's not a bad number. It's not as good as 1 or 3,000, but it's better than 562, I guess. So you have the original full show, and then they also have Strange Kind of Woman, Smoke on the Water, and Space Truckin' live in New York, 73, as well as a 1971 Australian radio interview. All audio restored and digitally remastered in 2013. So what I'm going to do is crack this open, then we'll take a look, then I'll go off and listen to it and come back and give you my review. Let's get out the trusty X-Acto knife here. Just do a little bit because I don't feel the need to go slicing like a madman, although I am kind of slicing like a crazy man at this point. Get that going a little further. There we go. I can get rid of this. And I will be careful to save the hype sticker. Some craziness going on here. There we go. So this is great. Nice gatefold. Lots to read here. Jeff Barton, who also wrote the essay for, I believe it was Rapture of the Deep. So this is pretty great. Digging this, of course, ear music. As I said before, does a good job with purple. A-B. Okay, so we have sleeve. And I will pull this out. Nice red vinyl. Side A, Highway Star, Strange Kind of Woman. Child in Time on side B. Gonna get this full shot. There we go. And looking nice and flat. Now it's out here. C and D. Picture of Ian Pace just wailing away, and Roger and Ian Gillan. So this is side C. Let me spin this around here so you can see it. And we have the mule and lazy. And on the other side, space truckin'. I love this red. It's really quite fetching. That doesn't make any sense, but it's a nice red. So I'll put that down here. And F. Those look like somebody's glasses. I'm guessing those are somebody's. And Sydney. Okay, so side E is Fireball, Lucille, Black Knight, and Strange Kind of Woman. And side F, Smoke on the Water, Space Truckin', and of course, The Interview. This feels nice and flat, and it's quality. This must be 180 gram. Now, I will be putting these into my rice paper sleeves. I have a bunch of them there that I'll put them in, invest in vinyl. I had the other brand, but they've gotten stupid expensive. So yeah, so there we go. We have these records. I'm going to go listen to this, and I will come back with my review on the sound and the performance. I've had a chance to listen through the whole thing, and I really enjoy it. Like I said before, I've had several versions over the years, VHS and then eventually DVD, but I've never had a record or a CD version of the show. And the 2013 remaster, which was used for this pressing, sounds better than what I recall, from the distant past. That said, if you're checking this out for the first time, don't expect a super high quality listening experience. It was recorded for TV in the 1970s. So, really don't expect to hear an album that sounds like Made in Japan. But what you can expect is a high energy show with the band introducing some then soon-to-be classics to people hearing such songs as Highway Star, Space Truckin', and Lazy for the first time. Remember, this show took place just shy of a month before Machine Head was released. Imagine hearing Highway Star for the first time ever at a show. The performances are all great, but the band was only just starting to tour those new songs, so I don't feel they yet have the same explosiveness that was later captured, in Made in Japan, for example. However, this is Deep Purple from 1972, so it's still pretty amazing stuff. My favorite cut on the album is Child in Time. Gillan's voice is in top form, and I've always had a preference for the more keyboard-forward, slightly less frenetic performances of the song. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just my take on it. Yeah. And Lucille is actually another standout track for me. I love when they do that song. The 1973 Hofstra University songs are also nice to have as well. And so now I can play them without having to dig out a DVD or, firing up YouTube. The packaging is really nice, and Jeff Barton's notes are entertaining. My only complaint is that the black on the cover is a real fingerprint magnet. Then again, I don't think there's really too much you can do to remove the black from a black and white photo. So to wrap things up, I really enjoy this record and recommend it for fans who don't already own it. You can put it on, take in a great performance, and imagine what it must have been like to see a band like Purple just as they were about to explode. So yeah, that's it for this unboxing and quick review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, search around for, I think there's a like button somewhere and maybe a subscribe gong or something. Punch those and come on back. Thanks.